What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about investment sentiment and trading card games, TCGs. What should you be parking your money into? Things are changing quickly. The market is changing fast, rapidly, right? There are so many TCGs, trading card games that are up and coming. There's like 30 or 40. There's so many out there. If you are in the Discords, you have people who are throwing money at everything. You have to be careful. And that's what I really want to talk about, right? So I want to preface this with MetaZoo. MetaZoo did very, very well. And we talked about this a few videos ago where MetaZoo made about $18,000 with their Kickstarter. And Mike Waddell put about $100,000 to $150,000 of his personal funds post Kickstarter into MetaZoo to jumpstart it. Now, MetaZoo was not successful just because of the funding. A business is not successful just because of their funding. Now, today in the COVID era, a lot of businesses, I look at them the same with these TCGs as I do crypto and even stocks today. In a COVID era, you have a lot more investors. You have people who are getting checks from the government who have money to blow, and they're looking to throw money at everything, right? So the issue with that is that it's hard to gauge something off of your traditional fundamental and technical analysis. And I'll give you an example. If you've ever heard of NFTs, digital art with no utility, say some of them have no purpose, right? It's a GIF or a picture of something that is minted on the blockchain and people buy it for astronomical prices. One of the examples would be like Bored Ape Yacht Club that these famous people are buying. It's a GIF of a ape that serves no purpose, right? They put it in their video and say we're rich because we live in a digital age. The point of that is that NFTs are successful right now based off of sentiment. Same with these TCGs. It's based off of sentiment. Sentiment is hype. And it's the same with another example, the metaverse. You probably heard about metaverse. Now metaverse crypto tokens are booming. Engine, Sand, Decentraland, Multiverse, Arcade Token. There's a lot of them. And the reason why they're booming is sentiment. The sentiment the catalyst came from Facebook changing their name to Meta. Once Facebook changed their name to Meta, metaverse tokens are going wild. Will that die later on? Yes, it will. It probably will die down. Will it last long term and be successful in the future? It's possible, right? But when we look at MetaZoo, let's go back to the TCG MetaZoo. So MetaZoo, the fuse was ignited. And it was around the time that Steve Aoki became part owner, co-founder of MetaZoo, a famous DJ, right? He's a famous DJ. And they did a video on YouTube with Sports Card Investor, a renowned YouTuber, has thousands or maybe millions of followers dealing with sports cards. He's very, very well known, got with Steve Aoki and Mike Waddell. They did a video and it went parabolic. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why it went parabolic, but that's because the catalyst that MetaZoo is pumping is coming nonstop. They have some good people, a good team who are producing these catalysts. And some of the catalysts, what a catalyst is a piece of hype. It's something that drives your company upward in an upward trajectory. It gets people excited. And those can be things like the MetaZoo Walmart partnership for January, right? Whether it's successful or not, people are excited that MetaZoo is going into Walmart, right? And people are thinking, wow, booster boxes are going into Walmart. They're not. It's going to be blister packs. TCGs have been in Walmart since the beginning of time, and a lot of them are still dead TCGs. It doesn't change the fact that they're popular or not. It's just the fact it's a catalyst. It's sentiment. It's driving hype. The Topps collaboration, these boxes are $80, but that Topps collaboration was a catalyst. Steve Aoki being there, Logan Paul, whether he makes a video or not, or if you're looking at people like Post Malone opening a MetaZoo pack, that was sentiment driving hype for MetaZoo. So now you have a lot of other TCGs that are trying to open their own company. Now, I'm not going to say they're all going to fail. I actually have quite a few TCGs that I'm looking at. I have some nostalgics cards, right? So I have some Kickstarter MetaZoo. I really do believe in this stuff. I have a God pack from Maelstrom. I don't know what else I have over here. I have a whole bunch of junk, right? So I have some tester cards from Akora. So there's a lot of stuff that I have, and some of them will fail. That's what people don't want to understand because it's become cult-like. When you go into a group in Discord, people are going to stick up for what they like, the artist they like, the team they like. And people cannot accept the fact that some of these will fail. Not all of them will succeed. And going back to what I was talking about, the sentiment, what will make one of these TCGs succeed? Sentiment, hype, right? Hype. You have to look at the team. Is the team productive? Are the game mechanics there? Do people enjoy it? Are people talking about it? When you look at it from a marketing perspective, people have to understand and hear something about 6 to 7 times before it sticks in their brain. I'll give you an example. When I first heard of Akora, I had no idea what Akora was. By the 3rd or 4th time I heard about Akora, I said, okay, let me check it out. The 5th or 6th time, I'm back there going back and forth looking at the artwork. And the more I look at it, I said, wow, this artwork is really nice, right? Look at that logo right there, the borders, the way it pops and everything. You have all of these bright colors. And I said, okay, I think I like the artwork. By the 7th time, I'm getting addicted to the point where I want to pull my wallet out and buy some Akora. That's what generally happens. The same thing happened with MetaZoo. When I first heard of MetaZoo or I saw it on YouTube, I didn't even care what MetaZoo was. But by the time I heard it 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, and people keep talking about it, people start pulling their wallets out, right? People start spending money on these TCGs. So just because somebody has some art, they have some cards, they get some funding because there's a TCG boom due to MetaZoo, does not mean they will succeed, right? Now, one that I'm really looking at, and I want to give a prime example. I am not affiliated or, I do not have a partnership with Nostalgics. But I want to give an example on why I believe in Nostalgics, even post MetaZoo, right? MetaZoo already coming out, being successful. I still believe in MetaZoo for the long-term future. I see them as a big top 3, top 4 contender across the world. But when I look at Nostalgics, here's my sentiment and understanding of it, right? So Zaba has had his own Zaba.tv card art business. So he understands business, he understands cards. He's worked with a team of artists who have tens of thousands of followers. His personal Insta has about 30,000 followers, and he's been doing this for years, right? So when he created Nostalgics, his entire game is complete. All of the art is done. All of it's done. He smashed all Kickstarter records, right? Almost $1 million in funding right now. He's very transparent. He embraces other TCGs. He doesn't bash them. He has constant updates in his Discord. And soon his Kickstarter will be done. And then all of his cards will be hitting the market. And if you look in the auction arenas and you're starting to see cards pop up on eBay, it shows you that the price range is starting to go up. And that means the sentiment is starting to go up. People are talking about Nostalgics. People are starting to buy Nostalgics, and people are actually embracing Nostalgics. And a lot of these cards that when you first saw them, you thought, I don't enjoy the card art. This isn't what I like. But truth be told, a lot of these cards that I've looked at about 10 times, I'm starting to fall in love with them. I didn't like MetaZoo a whole bunch in the beginning. I thought their card art was a mock of Pokemon. But by the time I seen it, 50 times, I'm in love with the card art. I feel like I know the artists because I see them on social media constantly, and I enjoy it and I love what they do. And that's what makes you a community. That's what makes that company successful. So if that company is not productive, if they're not producing catalysts and sentiment and driving hype, they will not succeed. And Nostalgics is currently doing that, right? Get in the Discords, get on eBay, look anywhere where their cards are selling, maybe on Whatnot, and see how much they're selling for. You have single cards right now selling for $800. That is sentiment. All right, so the last thing I want to show you, I don't want to waste your time, right? But really quick, just talking about this Steve Aoki and MetaZoo piece right here. So there's also external drivers, right? So if Aoki is a co-founder, a lot of people don't know who Aoki is. His family owned the Benihana chain. He's a famous DJ. He has millions of followers. But beyond all that, you have to understand what he's doing in the card space. Like just right here, you can see TCG Player, and internationally renowned DJ, Grammy-nominated artist and producer Steve Aoki formed an exclusive partnership to bring $3 million of curated Pokemon inventory to the marketplace. So Aoki is deep into cards, not just MetaZoo. I mean, he's a co-owner, but if he's a co-owner, he's going to push MetaZoo. And these are catalysts because now he has a partnership with TCG Player. And you also have this right here. He is going to open his own sports store. Steve Aoki is opening a shop with iconic sports memorabilia, Pokemon cards, and modern art. So this will continue to bolster and push up MetaZoo. MetaZoo will be here for the foreseeable future because he's going to push his own product. Now, the last thing I want to talk about for all you YouTubers out there or for all you investors out there, for anybody who don't understand how to do your own analysis and research sentiment and trends, this is by far the best that you can ever use. And that's Google, right? YouTube is owned by Google. That means that everything on YouTube runs through Google's search engine. And on here, you have googletrends.com. So these are trends by Google. We all know this is the top search engine in the world, right? So I want to give you an example. You go to Trends, Google, and you can type in anything you want. And I'm going to give an example. I'm just going to type in MetaZoo, all right? And I'm going to search that. And basically what this does is going to give you a whole bunch of data. So right now we're searching in South Korea for the past 12 months for web searches of MetaZoo. Right now you see nothing, right? And that means MetaZoo has not made it to Korea just yet. But what I'm going to do is change this to the United States, right? So we're going to change this to US. If I can find it real quick. All right, so here we go. And now watch how it changes. All right, so you see MetaZoo has went parabolic. Between March, it started going up. July, parabolic. And of course, you're going to have your dips. It's going down, it's going up based off sentiment, what we talked about, hype and catalyst. And you can change it, between 12 months to hours to days to different years. You can even do YouTube searches. If I do a YouTube search, I can see what states are mostly interested by sub-region of MetaZoo. Now, if I go back to web search, you have related topics down here at the bottom as well as related queries. So if you're building a YouTube and you're trying to see what's doing a breakout, or if you're investing and you're trying to see what is doing a breakout and trying to see what's popular, this is what people are actually searching for on Google. An example on the bottom left for MetaZoo would be Tops. It's having a breakout right now. And that's common sense because the Tops release is just getting shipped and customers, the first ones, are just starting to receive their MetaZoo Tops boxes. So right now, Tops MetaZoo is a very hot topic. So that means if you put that into your YouTube as your tags, you're going to get views. If you bought a lot of Tops boxes, you're probably going to get sales. Okay, does that make sense? So what I want to do is give you an example of Metaverse. So we know Metaverse is probably worldwide because obviously Facebook and crypto is global. Now you're looking at all of the US is searching Metaverse. Now, when we look at the past week, the past 7 days, now the blue is MetaZoo and the red is Metaverse. And you can see the difference, right? Everyone is searching for Metaverse, which is Metaverse stocks, Metaverse coins, tokens, crypto, all that stuff. And you can see the states that are majority searching for it. And at the bottom, you see related queries. You have MetaZoo NFT. You have how to buy land in the metaverse. So if you're trying to buy digital land from Decentraland or somewhere else, and it's breaking out at 650% and it's rising right now. So this is how you can use Google Trends. Google Trends is your friend. I hope that this wasn't too long of a video. I would really love to hear y'all's insight, your comments, and what you think. I'm not trying to beat anybody up. You've seen what I have. I really do enjoy and embrace all of these TCGs, and I really wish I could buy every single one of them and that every one of them would succeed. But before you get into these groups and everybody's convincing you to buy 10, 20 different TCGs, do your research, right? Do your research and see where the hype is, what the team's doing. Are they producing, right? Are they spending their money wisely? What catalyst do they have coming out? Are they going to succeed in 5 years, 10 years? Most TCGs don't make it past 3. Some of them won't make it past 6 months. So let me know what you think. I appreciate all of your time. Like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. And do not forget, I'm still doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. I'm only like 90 away, still building quickly, right? So like I said, 2 lucky winners will get a Jersey Devil MetaZoo Nightfall blister pack and release event box. And 2 people will be winning this. So I have 2 of these and 2 people will win at 500 subscribers. So tune in. Love all y'all. I'll see you later.